Hi everybody, it's Sean. Again, I felt inspired, same night. I wanted to share some other things that I thought of. As I had mentioned in the previous video, my granddaughter is in kindergarten, and I know there's different age groups, out there. I've primarily worked with elementary school students, so I know a lot of different activities. One thing that I'm working with her on, and I'm sure your students have vocabulary words or sight words that they have to learn, and you want to practice with them. A fun way to practice with them is to make simple flashcards. And I so apologize, my lighting. Okay, that's better. Okay, simple flashcards, and I just wrote different shapes on them, and so on. Or you can do whatever you want, okay? I play this game, concentration. And for those of you who might not know what that is, it's just a simple game where you take the cards and lay out all the cards on a flat table, face down, and then each player, it could be up to 4 players. Each person takes a turn, they turn over the card, and then you just have to say what the name of the word is on each card. And a good idea would be to have them spell it too, so you can just mix it up. Maybe one time when you play they can spell it, another time they can actually say the word, but it's just for the repetition. That's one fun activity, and my granddaughter really likes to do it. Or another way you could do this is to hand out the cards like you're actually playing cards, and do the same thing. Like, well, you could ask them, well, what do you have? My word is want. Okay, I spell want, W-A-N-T. And then, you take turns doing that. That's one activity. Another activity, which could be for kindergartners or older kids, is to take some colorful, what are these called? Paper clips, I couldn't think of it. Some colorful paper clips. You could do a math activity with this. If you're trying to teach them how to group, or if you're trying to teach them how to design patterns. Well, let's go with the first thing. You could teach them how to group by having them group these into 10, and they just connect the paper clips. Connect 10, and then they connect another 10 and another 10, and so on and so on. And then you could teach them how to count by tens. How many groups is this? This is one group. One group of 10. How many groups is this? This is 2 groups of 10. And you can, go all the way to 100 if you want. And you can also teach them how to count by tens. You could also teach them how to count by fives during the same activity. And in terms of designing patterns, kindergartners do that a lot. And you can use the different colors that you have and just have them make different patterns. And you start the pattern out. So maybe it's pink, yellow, green. Pink, yellow, green. And then ask them, okay, well, what's next? Pink, what's next? Yellow, green. And then have them do it. And it's just a fun little activity. And they're still learning. So those are 2 activities. And one more, which is my favorite, and my granddaughter likes to do this. Buy a composition book if you don't already have one. And a lot of times we have these different things that are just laying around, or maybe we purchased them earlier during the year. If you don't have one, again, Walmart has these, and they are, I think now they're less than $2. But I purchased this for my granddaughter, and it's all sparkly, and she really likes it. And so she'll be writing simple sentences in this composition book, and she'll also be writing her letters, and we'll go over her letters and her letter sounds. And I also write the directions, and the first sentence that I always write is my name is, and I'll write her first and her last name and put the period there and just emphasize that this is a telling sentence. I mean, maybe you don't want to go that detailed, but again, you could just introduce that concept to them and just ask them, is this a telling sentence or is this a asking sentence? So when you ask something, then you put a question mark and you make those little distinctions, there. And again, it's just little ways to just insert different lessons. But again, I believe in making it fun. After she writes her sentences and finishes her assignment, whatever that might be, then after that, I will allow her to draw, and I have pencils and colored markers. I have colored pencils, and today I purchased some cool little glitter pens, and basically what they are is just glue, and it has glitter in it, and they could do little, crafty designs like that. One thing I would, maybe you know this, maybe you don't, I would discourage using markers with this, letting them draw their pictures with markers just because it bleeds through the pages. So I would suggest using pencils or colored pencils when you let them draw. You know, so that is my little bit of information, and I hope that it helps. But just have fun with your kids or your grandkids. This is a great opportunity. I know it's not the best time, you know, and all of us would definitely prefer to be doing something else right now, but I kind of look at it as a blessing too. You know, it's an opportunity to just take in being grateful, being more grateful and more thankful. You know, we're living indoors. Some people aren't. We have health. Some people don't have it. You know, and we get the opportunity to spend more time with our families, and hopefully that's a pleasant and awesome experience for you. Okay, so I hope again this information helped you, and I will be posting another video with some other activities. Take care.